welcome to another episode of Pedro, Doordash, Santiago Goes Live. You guys see my costume? I'm going to give you guys a full view in a second. And I'll wait for some more people to get in here. Let's turn the lights on if it's not spooky enough for you guys. Hit that light for me. We are back. Welcome back to another live special of Pedro, Doordash, Santiago. I'm in my costume. I'm going to give you guys a full reveal of front and back in a couple minutes while we get more people in here. Happy Halloween. Hope you guys are being safe. If you're driving, you got a lot of little ones running around, hopped up on sugar, in and out of the streets. Please drive safely. Happy Halloween. I'll let you know when I need you in a little bit. So today's episode is obviously Halloween, so it's going to be a little bit different because I'm dressed as, can you guys guess what I am? Hold on. Can you guys see my costume? Hootie the Owl's in clown costume as well. I have my clown hat on. I couldn't find my little buzzer or my little bell. Couldn't find one at the store. So, all right. As soon as we get some people in here, I'll give you guys a reveal of the back. But if you don't know, I am the scariest thing somebody could be for Halloween, in my market at least. I don't want to, because I know people get their feelings hurt. I am a top dasher clown. It's the scariest thing a dasher could be. Tony and Mr. Painful assigned me general of the top dashers. 5-star general, top dasher here. And I bring all the tasty treats to all the non-tippers out there. It's the scariest thing anybody can do. So, all jokes aside, welcome back. I am your host, Pedro Doordash Santiago. I hope you're laughing at my, I hope I can amuse you, because I'm a clown tonight. It's Halloween, and I made this. I ruined this shirt just for you guys. So, every Sunday we go live. We'll be taking live calls at 9:15. I'm going to give you the 3 topics, 3 featured channels, and then we will talk about, let's get into my week. My week was a good week. I don't dash on Sundays. It's family day, football day in the household here. And I didn't work yesterday at all. Took the family out. We had a nice little dinner last night, hung out for a little bit, did a little bit of shopping. So I hit my goal of 1K Monday through Friday. It was a great week. So hope you guys had a good week as well. Put it in the comments. I'll get to the chat and give shout outs in a minute. 3 topics tonight. And there is no right or wrong answer. These are topics you guys can talk about as you call in. So is DoorDash the best delivery gig app? Is it? I don't know. You tell me. I think the DoorDash app itself has a lot of flaws, but I think it's better than other apps in some ways. Let's talk about it. What gig app do you like the best? Is DoorDash the best one? All things considered. Let's talk about that. Also, second topic, should drivers on any app, if there's a canceled order, a store closure, something happens, and you see a certain amount, and you accepted to do that trip for that amount, should you get that amount? Even if you're not able to complete it, but it's not your fault. Stores closed, customer cancels, something happens. Should you, and you spent some amount of time on that order, should you receive full payout? Third topic, Halloween related. Is Halloween actually an adult holiday for grown-ups, or is it for kids? I have my opinion on it. I want you guys to let me know what you think. So those are the topics. Let's get into the 3 featured channels of the week. So first featured channel is a channel by the name DarkRoadRun. He does gig. His channel is very different, and I like it. I stumbled upon it. I knew it was kind of out there, but I just subscribed and stumbled upon it a couple days ago. Listen, go check it out. For me to explain it wouldn't really do the channel justice. DarkRoadRun, all one word. Second channel is somebody by the name of Mr. Anderson. More specifically, William Anderson. Some of you guys in the chat probably know who this is. He's been a longtime subscriber and supporter of this channel. I support his channel as well. He's really been working hard at his channel. I can tell in the last few weeks. He's spending time, effort. He does live streams. He's doing questions of the day. Real funny guy. I value his opinion as a gig worker and as a man. Check him out, William Anderson. And the last one, the third one that we do, is never a gig-related channel. It's something that it's a channel I enjoy. Maybe you will enjoy it as well. This channel, and this is a huge channel, okay? Millions of subscribers. It's called Milad Mirg. This is his name. Milad. Last name Mirg. This is a young man out, I think, in the New Jersey area. I know he's on the East Coast. And his family has a Subway shop. He started doing YouTube and TikToks not that long ago. And he blew up. Smart young man. Seems very humble. He's funny. His videos are, him making sandwiches and talking about him working at his dad and mom's sandwich shop. And now he's taken over YouTube in a lot of ways. He does videos with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, if you don't know who Mr. Beast is, he has like 70-something million subscribers. He gives away a lot of things. Anyways, Milad Mirg is exactly what Betting on You personified is to me. He snapped a body cam on himself and started filming, and his content's really good. I think he might be maybe 20 years old. So those are the three channels: DarkRoadRun, William Anderson, Milad Mirg. So topics of the night: is DoorDash the best delivery driver app? Which is the best app? Should drivers be paid in full if a store is closed, a customer cancels? I had an issue this week, and I've had it a few times. Should we be paid everything? If it shows us $10, should we get all that $10? Halloween. Is this an adult holiday or a kid holiday? I'll share my opinion right now. The history of Halloween, I'm not going to get into that. You can Google search it, Wikipedia, whatever you want to use. Halloween is not how Halloween didn't start this way. It's been commercialized like a lot of holidays. Topic for another video. I think Halloween is for adults. I don't think Halloween is for kids. I think, obviously, kids dress up, they go around, they knock on doors, they get candy. I think actually adults adults meaning 18 and up, look forward to this holiday more than kids do. What do you guys think? All right, those are the topics. What time are we at? 9:09. Still got a little bit of time. Let's get into the chat, see who's here. But first, let me give you guys a reveal of the actual costume. And I don't think I'll need my girlfriend for that. So I'm going to back up. This is my top general DoorDash Halloween costume. Tony and Christopher Payne anointed me top dasher general for my St. Louis market. I take $2, $3, $4 orders. And who did it out is my sidekick in that. As you see, I have my stars and stripes up here. $2.25 on my collar. Rocking it heavy. Got the DoorDash logo. Tony here. President's there. I got them on my sleeves. On the back, top dashers got to complete 70% of orders, right? So we have our 70%. That's my number. On the back side, as you can see it. And then I got more of the actual offers that I accept in my neighborhood to be a top dasher. That's my outfit. It's the scariest thing you could be in St. Louis. Okay, so all jokes aside, let's get into the chat. I hope I made you guys laugh. If you are a top dasher in your market, you're probably doing that because you need to. No judgment. If you're a top dasher in St. Louis, hit my email or my phone. We need to talk because it should not be necessary in any circumstance at all. Zero. Okay. Let's see who we got in the chat. Happy Halloween. Bill, what up? Cynthia, what up? Kenny, Kathy, hi. Knowledge, wisdom wins against impulsiveness. Ooh, I like that. Marty, what up, brother? Lucinda, how are you? Patrick, what up? What up? John, Julie, Christine, Pia, Cheryl, what up? Jacqueline, the driven dad, what up? Dan, we got Michelle in the house. Beth, Keith, Jacqueline again. We got Joanne, Bill, what up? Paul, what up? We got Devin in the house. We got Ben Flipping Goods, what up? Liam Defoe, what up? We got Smoking Ass, what up, brother? How are you? Krista Ray, what up? We got Bud Soda, how are you, my friend? Caitlin 13, how are you? From the Chi or Chicagoland. Michelle, what up? We got Joseph, what up, my friend? How are you? Dashing Grandpa, my resident grandfather on YouTube. How are you, my friend? I hope you're well. I hope your car's doing better. I think I saw you had some car issues, man. I hope you're doing okay. Mike N, what up? How are you, my friend? Karen, Jesus, what up? Chris, what up? Hannibal's hungry. How are you, my friend? I got to talk to you later, my friend. Paul, what up? We got Michael, Tina, Jack E. We got Delivering with Ellen. How are you? Delivering with Ellen was a shout-out channel we did, I think, about 2 weeks ago or so. I hope you're doing well out there. I know you just got back to doing your teaching thing, so that's what's up. Savvy, Holly Camp, what up? Hold on. Savvy shoppers, gigs galore, and more. I know you updated that, aka Hollycam. How are you, my dear? What up? Thank you for the $4.99. All right, so let's read some of these comments. I hope you guys are laughing. I hope everybody's having a good Halloween. Love the costume. Listen, I'm a goofball, all right? And this is the second time since I've been a kid that I've actually dressed up. So Halloween isn't a big holiday for me. I don't mind it, but it's not something I look forward to. I don't usually dress up. And I thought, you know what? I basically went to Walgreens and I printed these up, duct taped them to a shirt I had. This was actually a nice shirt, but And then I just made a Top Dasher general outfit. So, because to me, the scariest thing to be is a Top Dasher. So, let's see what we got here. I remember when your channel had 50 subs. Yeah, Caitlin 13. Now it looks like you're amazing. How far you? Thank you very much. I work hard, but it's very humbling. Top General Dasher, nice. What you smoking today? I'm not smoking anything. I don't smoke. Another lifetime, maybe. He's at the Rocky Horror Picture Show tonight. That would be my husband. Oh, that's what's up. All right. So yeah. So I think Halloween is definitely an adult holiday. Let's debate about it when you guys call in. Call-ins will start in just a couple minutes here. All right. So let's read. Ooh, thanks for the donate. DoorDash told me I would get $25 guarantee payout ton. I drove 10 miles to the restaurant. Customer picked up food. Ended up getting wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it depends on the support agent you call. Excuse me. It's so the DoorDash support is I don't know. It is what it is. It's crazy. I'll say that. Oh, Delivery TV. Salute, my friend. Mi amigo, how are you? We need to talk. I would love to collaborate with you on your Spanish channel and do something. I think what you're doing over there is absolutely fantastic. And I did catch you and Chad and Hannibal Chocolate. It was a very good show this week. I watched what I could when I was cooking. So, all right, let's take some phone calls in a minute. Thank you for the $4.99. Not needed, but definitely appreciated. Topics of the night: is DoorDash the best delivery app? I'm not saying it is, but all things considered, is it? I think some people might think it is. And if it's not for you, what app do you like? Which is the best and why? Everything considered now. What they show you in your market, what you can make money with, the support you get from the support agents, customer tipping, flexibility of the app, all that, everything included, okay? Should drivers be paid in full if a store cancels because they're closed, customer cancels, we took that $10, $20 order. Should we get all of it, or should we get half of it, or should we get none of it? And is Halloween for adults or for kids? I say Halloween is an adult holiday. So we will take calls. Let's turn this phone on here. Make sure we're ready. Let me put in the telephone number. It's 314-526-6232. And moderators, if you have a wrench next to your name, if you want to put in that number here and there as we're watching, appreciate it. There's 90 people in here. You guys are very, very, very sweet to me. And 314-562 or 526. Hold on. I think I even have my own number wrong here. Hold on. 526. Yeah. 314-526-6232 is a call-in number. Marty says DoorDash navigation is best in my area. Navigation. I don't like the Uber navigation. I think DoorDash navigation, in-app navigation usually is better. I do like it. All of it, Pedro. So Dashing Grandpa says Grubhub. Grubhub usually is going to have a bigger payout, typically, on average, higher base pay. But in some markets, what I hear from Grubhub is it's not as busy sometimes. And when you get to restaurants, there's a lot more waiting. But the payouts are higher. So maybe per hour with Grubhub, you can make more. Could be a possibility. It's not the best, but busier than Uber Eats. In my market, I think that's what it is. For me, if I had to choose one app, it would be DoorDash, only because in my market, it is king. I like Uber payouts. I make about $4 to $5 more per order with Uber Eats. There's just not as many. So if I'm waiting around, while that $12 average I have on Uber Eats, I might only get one an hour, maybe two. DoorDash, I get so many offers per hour that the $6 or $7 or $8 smaller orders begin to add up, and sometimes I can get orders that are more than that anyway. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Let's turn that bad boy on. Don't be afraid to call in, guys. Let's see what we get. I sign up, and there's no orders, only DoorDash. Yeah. Grubhub pays good, but DoorDash keeps me busy. Knoxville, Tennessee, smaller market. Does Grubhub still kind of high total mileage. I have heard in some markets they're showing you the miles. So, all right, let's take this first call. You are live with Pedro, Doordash, Santiago. Who do we have on the line this evening?
Oh my God, I got through instantly.
What's up, man? How are you?
Woo, I am crazy busy. Double stack, triple stack, out my ear. I just took a $15 double stack. No peak pay. I had peak pay earlier. I was taking $35 an hour. I'm having a such day I've had in a very long time.
That is amazing. I'm so glad to hear it. I kind of thought, this might be a good day for people that were driving, man. I'm happy to hear that, my friend. How are the roads? Is it busy out there? The road's pretty good.
The traffic isn't horrible. It was a little bad earlier. Military payday weekend and Sunday. Not many people like dads on Sunday. And for the military guys who do that, they're probably going to stay off. They just got paid. And so I'm probably one of the guys out here getting things done. Like, they still throw some trash off to that. I mean, they just threw me a $6 double stack to go 7 miles. I declined that. Sorry, the thing that's next is ignore it. I've been shifted. And they threw me $6 to 7 miles. I declined that. 10 seconds later, I got $15. So you guys don't have to take trash. Decline it. Be patient. Like Pedro always said, move on. I've done Instacart here and there in between. I did 4 orders earlier. I had a triple stack of Doordash, and I did an Instacart because there's only 5 items all next door. And I delivered them all and made probably $40-something that hour. Man, it's been an absolutely crazy day. My most downtime was 2 hours. I maybe made 20-something an hour those 2 hours. It's been nuts. I did lose 3 really good orders, but you'll have that. I kept going to the wrong gate, trying to get out of the opposite side of base by the air base. Right there, at least I would know where it is. I ran into literally the customer I delivered to is the one she gave a ride before it drove to. That is crazy to me. Small world,
That is crazy. That is crazy. Hey, Bud Soda, I'm happy to hear you're making money, man. And I think I call what you said about, we don't have to take the bad orders, guys. And that's why I know I'm super repetitive on this channel, but I know new people come every day. And, it's a shame that we have to tell people not to take the $2, $3, $4 orders. But, that's what we got to do sometimes because I think we're selling ourselves short. Plus, eventually, hopefully, that order can be $6 or $7 for a dasher that's willing to make it. And we got to make DoorDash pay these better base pays for those people that don't tip. It's my opinion. We got to be patient. The time that you spend on a $3 order, even if it takes you 15 minutes to get a $6 order, you're still making more money. So be patient out there. Be selective, guys. Bud Soda, do you think that? Let me ask you a question. Do you think drivers, if you get an offer for $16, you get to the store, it's closed, what should you be paid for that offer?
You didn't have to work.
So $8, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not against that. I think we should get half. That's fair. It seems to me.
No matter if it's a staff or not, I can't believe they did that to you. That was not very cool.
Yeah.
Chasing dad for support now, and you have to do it while you're on the phone with them. If someone says they'll follow up with you, they won't.
Yeah. No.
You got to do it while you're on there. You got to try to get to the supervisor. Pray to God you get a really good dad support agent. I've been very fortunate. The last 2 times I had to call them and I get someone who's awesome. But sometimes you get someone who are just you can kind of hear it in their voice. Even with the accent, you can hear it to the start getting you up and I want to go home,
Yeah.
Dude, I'm freaking exhausted. I was trying to brush before I came out with Dad. Wow, man, I have not had any game downtime. I barely got to go to the bathroom over here.
Well, hey, I think, be safe out there. Let me say that, and I'm sure you will be. Be safe. We got a lot of little ones running around. Be safe. I'm happy to hear you're making your money. All right, if you're out there working, just be safe, my friend. I appreciate you calling in. I'm going to take the next call, but it's always a pleasure to talk to you, man.
I had one person complain that I took 10 minutes instead of what GPS said 7 because I slow down for all trick-or-treaters. They're across and everywhere. It's like, really?
Yeah.
People are inconsiderate. I get it when you're paying $3, oh, fine. Seriously.
Yeah.
But, I appreciate out there, too, all of our guys, all of our gig worker family. Keep at it. Keep your nose to the grindstone. Don't accept, my minimum $6. Don't accept anything under that. Anything under that is not going to be a hidden tip at all.
Yeah, that's true, man.
$6.25, $6.50, $8.50, $10 sometimes are hidden tips. So, I mean, nothing under 6 is. I got mad for saying I take $6, but I'm making great money right now, and I'm cash flow, even if it's not $1.50 a mile, which I'd really like. I don't have any downtime, and
No, not having any downtime is good. I think we're breaking.
Keep at it. All right.
I think we're breaking. All right, hey man, have a good night and be safe, brother. All right, I think we broke up there. Not having downtime on these apps is very key, and that's why sometimes I've stressed, and I've even tried it myself. I'll take a small order or maybe an order going a little more miles than I like, because if it's slow and or if I know it's going to keep me busy, it's a good thing, man. We got to stay busy out here to make money. When you're sitting there waiting on the unicorns, I think that's bad. But also know your worth. Have a minimum. Have a miles for money ratio. It's going to be different in your area than it is in mine. But have a plan. Work the plan. Try to stay busy. All right, take the next call here. You are live with Pedro, Doordash, Santiago. Happy Halloween. Who do we have on the line this evening?
Hey, man, it's Liam Defoe.
What's up, man? How are you? Thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much.
I'm all right. How are you tonight?
I'm good, man. What do you want to talk about? One of the topics or something else?
Yeah, well, I'm actually pretty pissed right now after what happened tonight. I was excited for Halloween. You know, I was excited to make money. I had a $4 peak pay in my area. I was super excited to make money. But earlier in the day, the first order I got, it was a $24 order, and it was 10 miles to the restaurant from my town. It was an 11-mile order total, so I was totally like, okay, yeah, that's okay. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So I go out. It takes about 20 minutes for me to get out because of the traffic from Halloween. And then I'm waiting for about 10 minutes at the restaurant just to find out that the customer picked up the order about 30 minutes ago, right?
Wow.
So I try to get a hold of support, which takes me 45 minutes in the parking lot. So I've wasted about an hour and a half to this point, and the DoorDash support is not trying to help me. As you guys all know, they are no help. But at the end of the resolution, it took about 35 minutes on support, literally, for this guy to give me $4.35 for the order, which is, I think, crazy because it was an 11-mile order. I drove 10 of those. It took about an hour and 45, maybe 2 hours for all of this to happen. And after that, I was just bummed for the rest of the day. You know, I just didn't want to go out.
Wow. Well, first, that sucks that happened. But let me ask a couple questions, if you don't mind, just so you can kind of enlighten this. So you got the order. How much was it showing you, you said, initially?
It said $24.73 or something like that initially.
Yeah.
Guaranteed payout.
So, and this was DoorDash, right?
Yes, sir.
And it was just one order. It wasn't like a stack or anything, right?
No, it was one order right to the... It was 2 items only, so it was a pretty good tip, it looked like.
So, did you say the customer picked up the order? Or that's what wound up happening?
That's what the pizza shop said when I got there. The guy was like, oh, yeah, the customer came in about 30 minutes ago. He was waiting too long for DoorDash to get a dasher to him, so he just picked up his order.
So it sounds like that base pay was heightened up because it took a while for that order to be picked up, and then the customer got upset, customer got mad, and was like, I'll just go get it myself, and that's what happened?
Exactly. What happened, actually, which is funny, I don't know if you guys know about this glitch, but I was getting a bunch of orders from DoorDash. It was the same order over and over again. It started out at $17, right? Mm-hmm. But if you keep declining it and then ending the dash, it'll keep sending it to you if there's no other dashers that want to get it in the area, and it'll keep going up by 25 cents. So after about like 5 minutes of me just doing that, it got up to $24.73 or something like that. And at that point, I was like, okay, that's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
No. I know what you mean.
No, it's a total glitch in the system that I figured out. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that before, but
I've never tried that. I will say this. Back when it was when I first started February of this year, when I was doing it full time, it was really snowy one day, and I accepted a big payout order, and it was going like probably 10 miles or so, similar to you, out of my way. But it was snowy. It said like, I don't know, it was a lot. I think it might have been like $19. And I was like, you know what? Let me just take it. I get there. It was for St. Louis Bread Co. or Panera. I get there, and it had been picked up. And this was one of those orders just like yours. It had been sitting in a while. No dashers were out. Nobody wanted to pick it up. The customer wound up getting it. So I got there. I had to call support. They gave me half pay, which I think was I think it was $10 or $11 is what I. Yeah. Say what?
Okay. They did give you half pay?
I got half. And actually, I think the order was 20-something because I remember getting either $10 or $11. But I was still upset because I drove all that way in the snow. I expected $20-something and got 10 or 11. And the customer support was like, oh, we can only give you half. And, you know, it's definitely it's something to look out for when we get this inclement weather, because we're going to see some big payouts because those orders might sit for a while if there's not enough dashers in the snow. And we might get to these places and the order's been dropped, it got canceled, it got picked up. So it's definitely something to look out for. But let me ask you a final question. Knowing what you know now, this is a two-part question. Would you have accepted the order, one? And two, would you have taken the time that you did to call support, or would you have just, accepted it, moved on, and made money doing something else? What do you say about that?
I mean, really, at this point, first of all, to get this clear, I don't understand why the customer is able to go and pick up their order if they're ordering delivery. That should not be an option, because I feel like the restaurant should be asking the dasher for their name specifically to pick up the order, which I know DoorDash might not do, but it helps us dashers personally, so that is avoided in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they can confirm it's the actual dasher picking it up, not just some random person. Because I've been in many restaurants that just hand it to you thinking you're a dasher, and it could be some totally random person. They don't even ask for a name or anything. They just give it to you, and you have to check it yourself.
Yeah.
But I think that's crazy. They should ask for a name. But I honestly, I don't think I would have gone out for that order if I knew how long it was sitting for.
Yeah.
And that the customer is able to pick it up. But during the circumstances, I wasn't sure, and I didn't expect support to only give me $4 of a 24.
No, I think that's a great point. I think for the people watching out there now or on the replay, and something to think about is maybe when we accept an offer like that, and as you knew, you saw that it was sent to you a few times, and then you accepted it when that dollar amount was good. But if we know it's going 10 miles, which is a good amount of distance, especially if you consider a round trip, right? Depending if you're going to stay out there or come back. So maybe next time what we could do is maybe we call them and say, hey, I just accepted this order for Pedro. Is it still there? Or, you know what I mean? Like that way, as we're driving, if they tell us at Panera or the pizza place, oh, no, they picked it up, then we can, then call support, and it saves us a little bit of time. Because that's what I'll be doing, when it's snowing and stuff. If I see a big dollar order like that and I feel like it might have been sitting there for a while, and especially if it's 10 miles, I'll probably call the pizza joint and say, hey, do you guys have this there? Like, is it worth me coming out there, or what's going on with it? That way we might be able to save ourselves a little bit of time and energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. But I also have a question off of that. Do you think that DoorDash support would let you say that you called, or would they call the store themselves? Because usually it'll be like, you haven't arrived at the store when I try to call support, when I know a store is closed at a certain time.
Yeah, I think
you have to arrive at the store to call support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to arrive at the store in order to get maybe. I know you can call support at any point, right? Because you're on an active delivery, and they can see where you're at, and they can see it's active. What they'll probably wind up doing is, if you just talk to that pizza joint, you talk to the manager, yeah, Pedro's order got picked up or it got canceled. He just picked it up. I don't have it here for you. and you tell DoorDash that, they're going to call the store. And either the store will pick up the phone or they won't. If the store picks up the phone and tells Dash that, yeah, that got picked up already, they should issue you half pay. And then it would save you a lot of time and energy and gas money. But definitely, you know, they can see where you're at and things like that. But it might be worth calling first, because what's the worst thing that happens is like, okay, the pizza joint tells you, yeah, the order's still here. And then, okay, you know what? I'm going to take the risk that the customer won't pick it up from now until I get there, and then I make my money. Or best case scenario is, you know, they don't say they have it. Maybe you get half pay and you didn't even drive at all.
Exactly. Yeah, so, no, I agree 100%.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you sharing this with us, man. I'm sorry that happened. And
no, 100%. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Have a good rest of your Halloween. Thanks, man. Have a good night.
You too. Take care.
Thank you. Very interesting. And that reminded me, I didn't think about it. That happened to me at Panera back in February. And I'm thinking now it was $20-something and I got $10 and I wasn't happy because I had to drive in the snow and I didn't know any better when I was dashing then. I just like, oh, this is a good dollar amount. It took me 3 zones away. Like now I would never take that order. In the snow especially, no way. And that wind up basically costing me maybe 40 minutes in total time because I was going to stay out in that area. I'd wind up driving back. I think I made some money that day still because it was snowing and each order was like $10-15, but definitely wasted a little bit of gas. So, all right, we'll take the next call. The number is 314-526-6232. I'll put it in the chat right now. Topics for this evening. Is DoorDash the best delivery app? I know that sounds funny. I'm not saying it is, but is it the best delivery app? If it isn't to you, which one is and why? Second topic, should drivers get half pay if we do have to work? And is Halloween for adults or for kids? Let's take this next call. You are live with Pedro, DoorDash, Santiago. Who do we have on the line this evening?
Mike Dorman.
Mike, how are you?
Good. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. Thanks for calling in, man. Happy Halloween. And what do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, I just started a week ago with DoorDash and Uber Eats, and I'll just answer your question real quick.
Yeah.
I just started. DoorDash is by far better.
Why is it better? Why is it better? Why is it better for you?
Both of them are slamming orders at me, especially over this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But DoorDash, I believe, is much better. I had a huge problem with Uber Eats. They gave me a stacked order in Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
And the app froze up. So I did everything that I could do. I called support, but I didn't have these people's address to deliver their food. And I think it sucks that, you know, these people are waiting for their food and I don't have the address. I don't, because I could, obviously find it if I had their address.
Yes.
But anyway, so have you ever had any issues like that with any of the apps?
You know what? I have with Uber Eats, and this is my biggest complaint with them is you get an offer. Let's say it's a stacked offer because this will go to my issue. You can see where the second drop off is, not address, but cross streets, which is, helps you make a decision. But I had an order for White Castle, Church's Chicken. I go to White Castle, pick up the first order, drive to Church's Chicken, a couple miles away. They don't have some items. They're out of chicken. They're out of biscuits. Can you call the customer? I can't complete the order. Meanwhile, I got the White Castle order held hostage, right? So, and I couldn't, I didn't know where the White Castle guy lived, and I'm trying to call support with the issue that I had with the Church's Chicken customer. They finally canceled it. And then finally, on the interface, I see the address for the White Castle, where if I had an address like with DoorDash, I could have jumped to that task, delivered the White Castle while I was figuring out what to do with the Church's Chicken. So it's definitely an issue, and it doesn't allow for us as drivers to give the customers the best service, I think.
Yeah, and then here's what.
Oh, call back. Oh, no. Call back. Oh, my God. I accidentally hung up because somebody was trying to call in, and we were quick triggered there. Here we go. All right, sorry we got disconnected. Go ahead.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go right ahead.
Yes, sir. Okay. Hey, but here's this will get to your next question.
Yeah.
So, I made the first delivery. Support finally getting a hold of support. They gave me both addresses. The second address was not correct, so I had to keep their food, and the people didn't get their food, which sucks.
Wow.
And then the first people, they canceled But while I was putting in the other address that I thought was correct, the guy runs out and says, "You probably didn't get paid for this." And I says, "I don't know, but they canceled it, so obviously I didn't." So he gave me $10, which that was cool.
Yeah.
But the other order I kept, and then the same deal, Boston Market. I ended up in my truck at the end of the day with probably over $100 worth of food.
Wow.
You know, you can't take it back to the restaurant.
Yeah.
And, you know, after 2 hours, the people don't want their food.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it sucks. When I got your food, I want to get it to you.
Yeah.
You know, I just gave food away to people I know because I didn't eat it. But, you know, my biggest thing is I sit right at the Cracker Barrel. The orders that come out of there it's crazy.
Mm.
And now here's another thing. A restaurant I went to, I was sitting right at the Cracker Barrel right next to it. I had an order come in, and I went up to it, and it was closed because of Halloween. I've never seen a restaurant close for Halloween, so I had to take a picture of it, and I don't think I got paid. I don't know if I got paid the whole – I don't think I got paid the whole amount, but I think they did pay me something. I've got to check back and see.
Which app was this DoorDash or Uber Eats on that one?
This one here was DoorDash. Today, I strictly ran DoorDash. I
So,
went for about 2 or 3 hours. I am not running it. I'm going to do just one app at a time until I get, you know, a little better on my feet.
For that DoorDash one, at the end of your shift, if you go to your earnings and scroll down, you should see something that says other with a dollar amount, and it should be half pay. So
that's what it was then.
Yeah.
Okay, I did see it. I did see it earlier. But, you know, my market is just booming. I mean, it booms. I mean, I don't know if it's correct or not, but I'll wake up sometimes at 4 o'clock in the morning and turn the phone on or just put the app on just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
And it's always busy.
Yeah.
I mean, both apps. I mean, I'm in the Tampa Bay area, but I'm in kind of like Brandon, Valrico, kind of the outskirts of Tampa. And, I mean, it's just, you know, one order after another. And I did learn something else today. I'm not taking any more McDonald's orders because you don't get no tips on it. It was a $6 order, and it was not far at all. Yeah. But, you know, I think everybody should tip. If it's $1, $2, I mean, everybody should tip. And
I agree. I think it's, you know, I think sometimes with the fast food orders, some customers don't have the knowledge, or they're paying so much on the delivery fees, the service fees, the tax, the small basket fee, and they feel like maybe all that's going, or most of it's going to us. So they feel like, okay, I just spent $30 on a McDonald's order, and if I went and got it myself, it would have been $15. I paid enough. And those fast food ones can be really tricky, especially McDonald's, because some people don't want to, you know, they don't go to McDonald's and tip, so they feel like maybe the person bringing it is actually a worker of McDonald's. We're being paid more than $3 for the order. So
here's another question I have for you. I've been retired for, I don't know, 3 years now, but when I had my bar and restaurant, I owned multiple businesses, but when I had my bar, closest bar to my college, USF College, and, you know, they all approached me, but they wanted a percentage of the order, and I couldn't do it. I mean, I made good money at my bar, but I want to say it was 30%. I don't know, but is that how these apps work?
Yes.
They charge a percentage of that's what I thought.
Typically, it would depend on what the contract was. Some of them are different. McDonald's and like Chick-fil-A, for example, might have a different contract than some other places, but typically they're going to charge you 15 to 30% of that actual sale, or maybe some apps will charge the restaurants a certain flat fee per month. It depends. But that's why these apps, like McDonald's, for example, if you order a Big Mac on the DoorDash app, it's actually the McDonald's company themselves will charge the consumer more for that value meal, because they know that the DoorDash is taking some of that. So it's, you know, and some of the service fees and delivery fees goes to DoorDash, some of it goes to McDonald's. So they're definitely, you know, the consumer is the one that's really paying a lot more so that DoorDash can get rich, and then also so the driver can get some of the base pay. But most of what we're going to make as drivers, I say 60 to 70% is going to be from tips, if not more. So we're relying on those. That's why I'm a big no tip, no trip guy. It's a business decision for me. It's not personal, but you know, we have to be selective if we want to make our money. So
absolutely. And then I don't know. I'm going to stick with DoorDash this week, and then I'm going to try to do both of them. But I asked you a question one of your programs this week, but I have to turn Uber Eats on first and then turn DoorDash. If I turn DoorDash on first and then go to Uber Eats, it knocks me off. And another guy was telling me the same thing in one of the restaurants today. So that's definitely the case. That's why I asked you. It wasn't, I thought it was maybe kind of a stupid question, to run 2 apps on one phone. But, that was my experience, and he told me the same thing. So I told him just to turn Uber Eats on first.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember that question, but I've done it 2 different ways. I have 2 phones. There are sometimes, depending on, I don't know, what's going on or how my phone's acting, I'll have DoorDash on one and Uber on the other one. But most of the time, I have Uber and DoorDash on my iPhone 11, the phone that I also record on, and I will get orders at the same time. I have never been kicked off of one or the other. So I can't really speak to that from experience as to why that's happening or not, because I've never had an issue with being paused or kicked off with having both of them on at the same time. So.
Yeah, well, I'm not out there trying to kill it like you guys and like this young kid. Is it Ian? That kid, the energy he has is just
you're talking about Eli.
Yes. That kid, I like him too. You have been really a big, part of me wanting to do this, just, to have something to do and just enjoy. I'm not out there killing myself, but I'm out there having fun, and that's what it's all about. The customers I run into are awesome. The people at the restaurants are awesome. It's great. I really enjoy it.
It's good to hear, man. I think you're starting off your gig life in the right way.
I'll tell you what, here in Florida, I am not going dashing through the snow like you. So.
I definitely will have to do that. Yeah. So you said it was Mike, right?
Yes, sir.
Mike, thanks for calling in. And if you ever, if keep watching, and my email's there. It's out in the About section. If you got questions or anything, let us know how you're doing, man. Be safe out there. Make your money, and appreciate you calling in.
Have a good one, buddy.
Right,
I appreciate it, man.
All right,
Take care, bud. See you.
All right. So. Topics of the evening. Let's see who's in the chat real quick. Somebody said Android phone. Could be that. I have an iPhone. I don't know. All right, let's take this next call. People are calling in. So you are live with Pedro, DoorDash Top Dasher General Santiago. Happy Halloween. Who do we have on the line tonight?
Hey, it's Ruben. How's it going?
Ruben, how are you, my friend?
Good. I haven't called in a while.
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good. So I was, I'm a small town dasher. I'm probably one of the people that kind of stick up for, there are times when it makes sense to be top dasher.
Absolutely. I think I remember the last time we talked about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. There are probably places where it doesn't make sense. Don't be top dasher.
Yeah, and I hope you don't take offense to the costume. This is me being funny. So it's,
No.
All right.
It takes a lot more to offend me.
Good. So what's up, man?
So, I've been thinking a lot about, how, and I come from I've worked for myself for probably 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, I hear a lot of people that are, are doing dashing. They talk a lot about, how much am I getting paid per hour?
Yeah.
And I've been thinking a lot about that because I don't like that. I don't like that idea. I don't like the way that makes me feel because I'm not used to that whole mentality. For me, I want to know how much can I make today? How much can I make this week? And I know it sounds similar. It sounds like, you're just trading your time for money anyway. But to me, psychologically, it's very different because as soon as you start thinking, how much am I getting paid an hour? It's like you want to look out at DoorDash and say, you guys aren't paying me enough. Or look at the customer and say, these customers aren't paying me enough. And I'm not saying take every order, take no tips. I don't take every order. I don't take orders without tips, and I can maintain my top dasher status by doing that.
Yeah.
I have certain parameters that I always follow, and, if they don't follow them, zap, on to the next person. But I think the thing that kind of, when I start thinking, how much can I make in a day? How much can I make in a week? It's not so much about how much are people paying me? How much am I making? How much am I worth? How much are you valuing my time? It's more just about me saying, how much do I have to grind? It's more centered around myself and me, and not pointed outwards, and starting to put that value to my time as much as it is. How much can I earn? How much can I get out there? How much do I want?
Yeah.
Right? How much do I want? Do I want to go and work 12 hours? Want to get $200 or whatever it is, like whatever it is in your area, 250 sometimes, whatever. If I want to do that, then it's about. I just want to see how much can I get that day, or I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to bed. I made $100. I made 150. I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
And I really feel like when you start to look at it as, well, how much am I making per hour? Let me calculate. Oh, I'm getting $20 an hour, $30 an hour,
yeah,
$40 an hour. You really start to shift your mentality to that idea of I don't know, that employee mentality. And maybe that's for you. Maybe you like being an employee, you like that kind of stuff. For me, it doesn't work though. I don't like thinking that way.
No, I think you bring up a great point. And I myself haven't made an hourly wage for a while. When I had my last job, I was a salary. So whether I worked 20 hours or 70, I got paid the same every 2 weeks, right? And you can equate that to hours because you can do the math and things like that. But I think you bring up a good point. I think a lot of us, I think it's important to have a daily goal. So for some of us, it might be, hey, I'm going to go out. I want to make $50. Hey, I'm going to go out. I want to make or need to make 100, right? Or, you know what, I'm going to dedicate my Saturday and I need to make, 200 today, whatever that is, right? For you, right? And I think the hourly thing, at least for me, I feel like I try to figure out what in my market should I be making in order to meet that goal so that I can then kind of plan my day. At least that's how I look at it. Like if I'm going to make $200, I know in my market, hey, I should be able to do that in 7 or 8 hours because that's what my market tells me. And if I'm out less, fantastic. If I have to be out more, then it's just kind of a drag because maybe that pushes other things back I wanted to do. But I think you bring up a good point about the mentality part of like being fixed on, I need to be making $20 an hour or whatever, because it sometimes it can kind of box you into that amount of money only because maybe you're selling yourself too short or who knows.
Yeah, I generally have a 5 o'clock goal and then a daily goal. So like in my market, like I'm limited in how much I can work. Like because I'm in a small town, places start to close and then there's nothing, right? Mm-hmm. And it's funny because DoorDash will be like, hey, we've got peak pay right now, and like, yeah, but nothing's open.
Right, you're going to sit around for a $4 peak pay, yeah.
or nothing. I mean, there's nothing going on. I check the regular DoorDash app, and all the places are closed, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have places that are open all night. Like I couldn't work all night if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I generally will work at 10:30. And then I'll work until places close, which is sometimes 10, sometimes it's 11. Last night there was a place open till 12, so I stayed out a little bit longer because I wanted to meet my weekly goal. And I got a few of those orders, up until 12.
Yeah.
11:30 they closed. They stopped accepting online orders at 11:30. So
yeah.
I'm limited. I'm not going to make as much as people like you in cities and stuff. You can't expect the same. And that's the other thing. I think sometimes you hear, oh, well, this person's making $20 an hour and this person's making, $30 an hour. And every market's different. You can't go into this thinking, oh, well, I have to make $30 an hour in order for this to make sense or
yeah.
And maybe that is true for it to make sense for you to want to do it or not. But I think sometimes you limit yourself because you think, well, I can't accept this order because I'm not making, if I accept this order, I might not make $30 an hour. Well, you might not make that because you're not accepting orders too.
Yeah, very true.
I've got in my area, I've got a lot of couch dashers.
Mm-hmm.
They're people, they're sitting at home. and they're just accepting the orders they want, and that's fine. Do you, right?
Yeah.
But I'm out there. I'm sitting in the parking lots. I'm waiting for the orders. Because I'm also 2 minutes out from the place the closest place I can actually dash in.
Yeah. So you gotta go out there and drive and be in your car. Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, those are my thoughts.
Hey, I appreciate that. I think that's a good point. Let me ask you a final question. Is Halloween an adult or a kid holiday in your opinion?
I don't know. I think it's both.
You think it's both? Yeah. Obviously, technically it is.
I think it's definitely. If I had to choose one, I'd choose kids because I think there are some ingrained things in your brain from your childhood about Halloween, right? Like they're pivotal, like moments, and I don't know if there's other people out there, but I was one of those kids where that Halloween candy had to last me until Easter.
Because that's all the candy you're getting all year.
yeah, and like DoorDash, like I was a hustler, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm out there, like I've got my pillowcase.
Pillowcase, yes.
Door to door. I'm like, how much candy can I get tonight?
It's funny. Like you mentioned a pillowcase. That was I used pillowcases. I didn't have when I was a kid. I remember going out only a couple times, but I had a pillowcase and a mask. That was it. Or I dressed up in my basketball outfit, and I was a basketball player. Like I never got really dressed up, but it was always a pillowcase. Ripped it right off my pillow. Got it filled up, maybe about a third or the fourth or halfway, and like I ate on that candy for a couple of months, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. And sometimes people give me a hard time because like I run when I'm out dashing.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Hey, you don't have to take dashing literally." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's more fun."
You gotta. I've done it. I've ran a little. You gotta. It can be.
I enjoy it. For me, that's part of the fun. Like getting out there, hustling, running, see what I can do, see what I can make in a day or 4 or 5 or whatever. And it's exercise, right? Like, I don't look at it as like, like I have to, or, I'm going to get a few more orders, or I'm going to make a little bit more money, but it's also just fun.
That's cool, man. Hey, Ruben, I appreciate the phone call, man, and have a good rest of your Halloween, and have a good rest of the week coming up, man. Thank you.
Yep. Yes. Ciao.
All right. See you. Interesting call. I like that. I like how he was talking about the difference between having a goal and, typecasting yourself into this hourly rate and being fixated on that. And I know I'm guilty of that sometimes. I'm like, I got to make $25 an hour, $30 an hour. But that's because for me, it's like, all right, if I can be at that pace, I can end my night early. I'm all about ending as soon as possible. Because a lot of times when I hit my money, I'm done and I'm going home. So, all right, let's take this next call. You are live with Pedro, Doordash, Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight? Oh. Hold on 1 second. We're having some. Okay, hold on. Now I can hear you. Who do we got on the line tonight?
You are speaking with JP from Jacksonville, Florida. How you doing, man?
JP, I'm good, my friend. How are you tonight?
Good. So I was listening to the previous call, and I wanted to say something about the cancellation and the half pay. So I do catering orders, and recently I had for the first time a customer placing an order the night before, and then you get it, and then the next day when I was about to drive to go and pick up the order, I saw that the order was canceled, and I never got any notification from DoorDash saying like, "Hey, this order has been canceled. Don't go to the restaurant."
Yeah.
And I called support asking for my half pay, and I knew that the full pay of the order was like $80. And when I called them about asking for my half pay, of course, they were telling me like, "Hey, but you're not at the restaurant." And I was like, why would I go to the restaurant if the order has been canceled?
Yeah.
And they were like, well, okay, we're going to issue half pay. But they gave me half pay of the base pay, not from the full amount. but that just happened because it was a catering order. Yeah.
Is this on the the DoorDash Drive catering orders? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and also let people know that when you go to a restaurant that you know that it's closed, and you get a half pay, and then if you stay there waiting for a next order, so you can keep getting half pay all the time, you're just putting your account at risk, because you can get the next day an deactivation for fraud. So don't do that.
That's a very good point, and I think not enough of us have spoken about that. But I do think there are a small minority of Dashers that might take advantage. They know that particular McDonald's is closed, and they'll just sit in the parking lot, accept every order, get half pay. Eventually, that will catch up to you, and it's not a good thing.
Yeah, and I'm telling you this because I'm just getting home from, doing Halloween deliveries, and it got, to 10 p.m. I went to a McDonald's trying to pick up a $24 Uber Eats, and then I got another from DoorDash from the same McDonald's for $8, and the McDonald's just closed. So, I was trying to speak with Uber support, and I got $3 pay from Uber.
Yeah.
I got my half pay from DoorDash. And right after that, I got another order from the same McDonald's from Uber. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
Right after that, I got another Uber Eats from a different McDonald's, and the same situation happened. The restaurant was closed, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to log off and go home because I don't want to wake up deactivated.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's not the right thing to do anyway, because we know that store is closed, and eventually karma is going to catch up to you or something. At the end of the day, like why do that, right? It's not going to serve that extra couple dollars isn't worth it,
I know that people that support it, usually on Uber, they tell you like, hey, thank you for reporting this. We're going to mark the restaurant as closed. But maybe it didn't take effect right away or something.
Yeah, probably not. And there's so many people ordering on the app, even if it takes them a minute to put it in the system, there could be 20 people in that area ordering McDonald's, and those orders are going to go through, Yeah,
and I wanted to share that because usually when you get a deactivation email, it's not gonna be the next day. Maybe it will be 2 or 3 days after that. And we all know that when you get a deactivation email, they don't specify exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So then people or drivers are usually complaining like, oh, it's DoorDash or it's this or it's that, but you don't know. So just don't do that kind of stuff, because even though it's not your fault, you're doing, you're just canceling orders because the restaurant is closed, you might get in trouble.
Yeah. JP, you bring up a very good point. I appreciate you sharing that with the community, my friend. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Adios.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good point. Because I do think there are some people out there, and they'll sit there. I remember I got a White Castle order. Place was closed a few months ago, and I got another one right away, and I didn't take it, but it did cross my mind. Oh, should I have taken it and then just marked it closed again? But you never know. I don't want to ever wake up and feel like, I don't want to give DoorDash any excuses to do something crazy, because they do enough crazy things. So, all right, let's take this next call. You are live with Pedro, DoorDash, Santiago. Who do we have on the line tonight?
Hey, Pedro. This is Miss Sonia.
Sonia, how are you? I'm glad you called in. I saw your message. How you doing?
I'm well.
Happy Halloween. What would you like to talk about?
A little of everything. I mean, we in that community, so. I'm gonna start with a couple of instances I've had this past week.
Okay.
Where I love the red card orders. I will go in and shop for those couple of orders, and I'm in the Bay Area, California, so they tend to be, nice little orders.
Yeah, I like them myself. Yeah.
But also, I tend to. I'm an over communicator, so I've had instances where stuff wasn't available, or, what do you want to do? You want to substitute. I see this, I see that. And the customers just are like blown away by that. They're like,
in a good way?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
They're like, I have never, my goodness, I've never had a DoorDasher go over and beyond like you. Wow.
So what do you think the other drivers are doing? Do you think that when that red Gatorade is out of stock, they're just marking it that way or grabbing something else? Or what do you think they're doing different than what you're doing as far as communication?
I think they're young.
Okay. Not as professional, maybe. Not as caring, maybe. Yeah.
You know, most of us that are seasoned have been in, positions where we had to be communicators and customer service oriented and that type of thing. So this generation that we're dealing with today, they're just like, I want the instant gratification. They ain't got it. I ain't going to look for it. I ain't going to ask nobody if they got it in the bag. Nothing. They just...
I think that's a very valid point for a lot of Dashers, because it's like, you know what, this order's paying me this. I'm going to look in one spot, and you and I both know if it's a Walgreens, that item could be in 4 or 5 different areas, right?
Absolutely.
So it doesn't mean that red Gatorade, if it's not in the first cooler, doesn't mean it's not at the cooler next to the register. It's on the shelf in the drink aisle, but it's not cold. And I think some people just are lazy and they don't want to actually take the time to figure it out,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I think you're right. So I was just kind of blown away. And this one order I had, it was for Safeway. We have one of our grocery stores out here, Safeway. And so, I was communicating with the fella. I didn't know his age content or anything. But when I finally got to him and, delivered to him, he was like, my God, he said, you are amazing. He was like, how do I go back on the app and give you more money? I said, oh, no, you don't have to do that. And he was like, what? Yes, I do. And I was like, no, it's not. He said he went in his wallet.
Yeah.
He gave me a crispy 20.
Ooh.
And he was like, oh, yes, you are very deserving of this. Don't let nobody keep your shine, because your shine is bright. And he was a youngster.
That's fantastic.
He was a youngster. So I feel like I, set an example.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good point. And also, Sonia, don't be afraid to give out that Cash App. Now, if somebody's trying to give you an extra tip, hey, you can hit me on my Cash App. I got Venmo. Ain't no shame in it. There's no shame in it at all. So just remember that.
Me, I'm very flower childish, hippie-ish, and all that.
You. Okay.
But I also have a conservative side to me.
Sure. Fiscally conservative. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I hear you. I'm like that.
You know what? God takes care of me, and it's not that serious. Like one of the gentlemen said before me, he was like, I'm doing this because, I get some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
And like you said, let it be a stepping stone to something else. And
absolutely.
By nature, I'm a creative being, and I'm a reseller. I'm on Podspark, I'm on Macari, I'm on Depop.
Nice.
I'm on. So I've had my own brick and mortar boutique and things like that. Mm-hmm. So now I'm dabbling on the apps.
Yeah.
And I'm liking it because I'm like, that song by what's his name, 50 Cent. I know you like my style. You like that.
I do know that song. No, I think I see
so many. It's amazing how many people you tap out in the universe when you are doing this app work.
You're so true. You're so right. And I run into people. I have regulars. I see maybe once a week or so, and you get to know their name and they're nice to you. And I got, our customers are actually also the restaurants we visit. And I know a lot of the staff, and you got to treat them well. And you're going to get out of this what you put in. I'm a big believer in that. I'm a huge believer, and you're going to get in anything really, but especially this gig work, right? Or work in general. The energy you put into it and your outlook on it is what you're going to get back. And that's why I sometimes I struggle with people that just want to complain and complain and complain. And,
I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
That's why I tried to go on the pages on Facebook and join some of those.
No, it's a shit.
Communities.
It's not fun.
It's so toxic.
It can be very toxic. And, I'm somebody that on this channel, I've complained. I've done things. I've been passionate in the moment, not happy. But then at the end of the day, I try to snap out of it because you know what? Like, we're delivering food for a living. Okay.
Right.
And we have to sometimes just take pause and realize, hey, we can't take everything so serious because we're going to wake up and there's going to be another day or there isn't. And we have to just try to be chill and understand we should be using it as a stepping stone, a true side hustle to where it's not taking up so much of our time and energy to where it's like making us somebody that we shouldn't be and getting so frustrated and aggravated. And, I myself have to remind myself of that. And I do it on a daily basis because like this isn't the most important thing I'm going to be doing. It's not the most important thing I'm doing right now. And wow. We are making a living, supporting our families, reaching our goals with these apps. But at the end of the day, the apps don't make us, like we're much bigger than that. And we have to sometimes, I think we get caught up in the moment too much and we get too emotional with it. And that can be a really negative for your mental state as well. So it's something that we got to be careful of.
When I find myself cussing too much, I'm like, oh, hell.
Yeah, what's really going on? Like, yeah. I'm the same way. Typically for me, when I have a bad day, it's not because of DoorDash. And it's not because of a customer. It's something else that's going on internally with me. And I have to realize what that is and then figure out, okay, do I really need to be dashing right now? Is there something else I need to take care of? Like I'm a little off balance. And I would say that's going to be true for most of us because if we get to a store and the store closed and we only got half pay and you're screaming and cussing in your car and you let it ruin your whole day, it probably wasn't DoorDash. There was something else going on that was just the breaking point. You know what I mean? So I think you bring up some good points there. Yeah.
I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to cuss about it, but I'm going to say this. I feel like that algorithm is a mind effort. Okay? I really do. I've seen, because I will only, you're not sending me way over into Egypt bumfucked.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that for you. And so what they'll do, what the algorithm will do, will be like, okay, you think you got the upper hand? Watch this.
Yeah.
And I'll get a couple more orders. They'll be cool. And then all of a sudden, they'll send me one of my favorite restaurants. They know I'm going to take the order.
Yeah. I think.
And then the order ends up going to Oakland. And I used to love Oakland. Oakland is the town. Okay?
Oakland. Okay.
But Oakland today, baby, no. Miss Sonia ain't trying to be over here.
So are you talking about the Oakland that used to be good back in the day, like MC Hammer days? Back in
my
the
goodness.
yeah.
I with MC Hammer. I was at MC Hammer's mansion up in Fremont Hills. All that. I mean, we all used to hang together.
Why? When you said Oakland, that's the first. He is Oakland, right? I know MC.
Yeah,
I don't know MC Hammer, but I know.
He got affiliation with Oakland A's.
Oh yeah, he played baseball. MC Hammer was a ball player, a really good ball player.
Yes, yes. I used to hang with him.
That's
all
cool.
That, so,
that's
yes,
cool.
I know him. Yes, but to go into Oakland today, I don't even recognize it. It was such a mecca of unity, and you could just, vibe high with so many wonderful, creative, beautiful, loving, down to earth, humble individuals. And today, I'm like, let me see what I got up under my seat before I roll up.
You got to make sure you got the protection nowadays.
I'm not doing that. So they sent me to Oakland today. They knew I was pissed. The only thing that was the saving grace was that it was up in the hills.
Okay.
But it was up in the hills on this crappy little road where they crunch all the houses together just to say they live up in the
Yeah. Oh, they'll densely populate those neighborhoods, and they maximize the real estate out there. Yeah.
Yes, it's so ridiculous out here. I'm like, I got to get away. So, like you said, let this be a this is my stepping stone to help me get somewhere where I can breathe. I want to see more greenery. All the fires and stuff going on out here is horrible. It's horrible for our, respiratory system, all of that. So it's time to do something different. And just because it's got the wonderful weather here, the weather is not that wonderful anymore because of the crappy air.
No, I think there's a lot. I've never lived out there. I've never been there, but I don't hear all sunshines and rainbows on the West Coast out there. Like, there's a lot of things you guys are dealing with that a lot of the outsiders don't know.
I'm from Chicago, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was born in Chicago. I'm from Chicago myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
if that says anything.
Oh, it says a lot.
I came out here at 18 years old, and I was looking around going, you guys are in a fog. What's wrong? It just, we had a certain kind of hustle about us on the Midwest and the East Coast.
It's different.
The West Coast they're so lackadaisical, and I mean, it's kind of like ain't too much between the ears. I don't know.
It's there's Midwest is different, man. People don't pay. It's all about the coast in this country: East Coast, West Coast, maybe Florida, Texas. You know what I mean?
But it all, honey.
But I'm telling you what, you born and raised in Chicago, certain parts of maybe Detroit, certain parts of even down south. Like you're built a little different. You got the harsh winters. You got the crazy driving. You got it's different coming from other cities in the Midwest. You got to really hustle and grind, but
absolutely,
it is what
absolutely. When they say it's cold out here, I look at them like they're crazy.
No, you're crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
They don't even know what cold is.
No, I have no idea, and it's different, but I hope to make it.
I'm glad that we finally got to connect and talk. I think you're awesome.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Blessings to you and your family.
Thank you.
Give baby Ruby a kiss for me.
The fact that you just said my daughter's name is that means a lot to me. That means I know a lot of people know. I talk about her on this channel, but it's very loving of you to bring her up and use her name like that. That means the world to me, and I just want you to know that. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, we family, this community.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, I watch. It's not very many folk that impress upon me, but I see your humbleness.
I really, that's important to me because I used to not always be that forward thinking and trying to, impress upon like other people what I am. Like at the end of the day, I just got to be humble, and that's important to me. And I think at the end of the day, I believe in karma, and I believe you're going to get what you put into it, and you got to stay humble. Like there's, I've been tested even with doing this YouTube stuff and in other ways. Like I'm going to just be myself and be humble, and then that's that. And at the end of the day, I can wake up, or I can end a live, or I can make a video and know that I do that and not have to worry. And that means a lot to me that you say that. So thank you very much.
Yes, sir. You're so welcome. Keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations on you 11, honey. 11.
Oh, it's 11. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey,
it's crazy.
Look at you.
It's crazy.
I'd like to see a hand claps to you. But you keep doing what you're doing because it's people like me and others on your chat here that you see we here.
Oh, I see it. I'm extremely grateful, and I appreciate you reminding me of that. And have a good rest of the night. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Whew. Long-time supporter, son. Thank you very much. All right, so see who we got in the chat. Let's see who we got. Kathy, what up? Y'all still in here? Village Vigilant Vision, Joanne. We got somebody asked for a wrench. I think I gave you one. Hold on, let me go back to that. Thank you for the $5 cup of laughter. I got you as a moderator. So if you want to be a mod, let me know. And if you hit me with that question, or you say you want to mod, if I see it, I'll give you a moderation. Basically, what that allows you to do is you could moderate the chat. And I give wrenches to people that come in here often and people that I know, and you can kind of keep the conversation going. Also, if somebody says something crazy, if they're cussing in a way that's not okay, I don't mind the occasional cussing word if it's in context. I think that's fine. But if it's somebody saying something out of line, you could actually hide them from the chat or time them out. That's what the moderator can do. So, see what else we got in here. Bud Soda's back up in here. Cantara Bella. Am I saying that right? Bella. I'll call you Bella. Kathy, what up? Nathan, what up, my friend? Scorpion Heatseeker, what up? What up? PWR. Takeem the Dream, what up, my friend? We got Calm70 in the house. We got Family Way video shorts. Ooh, I like that. Family Way video shorts. Let's take this next caller right quick. You are live with Pedro, Doordash, Santiago. We have on the line tonight. Hello, can you hear me? You're alive.
Yeah. Hey, Pedro. How are you? This is Calm.
How are you? Hello, can you hear me?
Actually, my name is Charlie. I'm great. Thank you. I'm watching your show as we speak.
Oh, no problem. So turn down the show and then we can talk. Yeah. Can you hear me? All right. We might have had a disconnection issue. So call back. But make sure you got if you're watching on like a laptop or TV or something, turn that down so that the people in the stream can hear you better. You're a vegan driver. What up? It's Sean. What up? What up? All right, let's take this next call here. Ding, ding, ding. You are live with Pedro Santiago. Who do we have on the line this evening?
So you got Tracy B.
Tracy, how are you? Is this one Tracy or two Tracys?
This is just Tracy B.
Tracy B. Gotcha. Sorry, we had some. I have a caller that calls sometimes, and her name is Tracy, and there's two of them, and they call at the same time. So, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Happy Halloween. What would you like to talk about tonight?
Well, I love Miss Sonia that just got on the phone with you.
She's fantastic.
I have a lot of the same outlook as her. I just wanted to say that I appreciate all of your videos, and you've given me a lot of helpful tips over the last month since I've been doing this.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. What market do you drive in?
I am actually in Chesapeake, Virginia. So.
Virginia. Is that a busy market, would you say?
I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually right at the edge of a zone, and it seems to work out for me. I mean, I've got like a 7-Eleven that's like a mile up the road, and I get a lot of orders from there just from home.
Yeah.
But, I go a couple miles away, and there's an interstate that kind of takes me from my local area to a few miles away to another kind of wealthier area. And, I kind of just travel back and forth between there during my son's soccer practices and things that, I would be out for anyway.
Yeah.
I have a full-time, I'm a CPA, so I've got a very busy life outside of this that I kind of use this as a decompressor for my stress, and I like it.
That's awesome. I think what's good about this kind of gig work is, like how you're utilizing it, right? You can do it kind of when you want. You can do it to kind of maybe, like take away some of the stress of a regular life or regular W-2, and it allows you to still make money and like put things in perspective. And I think you said you had a 7-Eleven that's down the street, and maybe you don't have to even drive that far to make a little money, which is great. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So I think, I think you bring up those good points. So CPA, so that means you're going to be getting busy. You get busy during the tax time, right?
Well, actually, I started out in tax, but I'm actually a financial auditor. So
okay.
I actually audit a lot of local governments and things like that. And I teach a lot accounting stuff that's probably boring to most people. But, it's nice because I grew up as a child in a restaurant business, and, I have that work ethic, and that instilled part of me that the customer's always right, that golden rule. And I just feel like, I can do that for these people. And, it's just rewarding when I deliver to an elderly person that really needs the service, something like that,
And I bring my kids along, so they get to kind of learn that work ethic and everything with me.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. You mentioned a restaurant background. That's hard work. I did it myself. That isn't especially if you grow up in it, right? Like that is not easy work to do. And I think it's you're bringing the kids along with you, showing them this kind of work, and you're showing them the hustle and the work ethic and time management. I think that's amazing. That's really cool.
Yeah, it killed me this morning. I actually got a Walgreens order that was a red card order. Never had a problem with the red card orders before. I took my daughter along with me. We had the onesies on to be, decorated for Halloween.
Yeah,
I was Eeyore, and she was the hammerhead shark. So we both went in there to get our order. And, of course, it was somebody getting last-minute Halloween candy, which, of course, they were completely out of.
Oh, wow.
So I called the guy, and I'm like, telling him what they do have of regular candy and trying to make up what I can.
Yeah.
So then I get to the register, and I tell him, I'll be on my way as soon as I can. And then I get to the register, and my red card doesn't work. So I tried to call support, and the support apparently wasn't available to call them, so I had to do the chat thing. And, I'm doing everything I can because I'm, like, picturing in my head that I'm getting this, pumpkin pail for this little 3 or 4 year old that's going out for Halloween for the first time, really knowing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And, I really want to follow through on this order. And, it just doesn't happen for me. They just kept declining my order, couldn't get in touch with anyone with chat. And then when they finally gave me an option of continuing or getting half pay for the order, I tried to go back in Walgreens, and of course they had already restocked all the items. So I just felt terrible that I told this guy that I'm going to be on the way, and then he never even got his, pumpkin pail and candy. But,
that's
it's things like that, just get to me. Like, I just can't, I take them too personally, I guess.
Yeah. I think these systems, right? The technology could be there to where if they have 50 bags of candy, all right? Let's just say Kit Kat candy bars, and there's 50 bags at the Walgreens in their inventory, right? And as those bags get sold through the register system, and 50 becomes 20 and 20 becomes 5, that should somehow be correlated with the DoorDash app. When somebody goes, selects that particular Walgreens, selects that particular Kit Kat bar, if it's out of stock, I think the app should tell it that it's out of stock. I don't think that's too much to ask. I think the technology and the software is there. I'm not sure why they don't do that. I don't know. But I kind of feel like maybe it's so that they don't discourage shoppers from not getting an order filled. But at the end of the day, if they don't have the item, they don't have it. And it's just costing DoorDash and the consumer money anyway. Because many times, especially if we're going to run into these food shortages, some think are going to happen or they are actually happening, then we might have more and more of these shortages, or they're out of stock. But if the app on the DoorDash end isn't accurate, we're really just wasting the consumer's time, and they're actually wasting our time as well, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and it's even more frustrating when you go through all of that and try to find substitutions and everything to satisfy your customer, and then the red card is the problem.
Yeah.
And so I don't know from your experience, have you had that issue much, or
I've had it
kind of a one-off?
I've had it a couple times, and from what I understand, when the customer places that order on Walgreens, let's say the subtotal is $30 for those couple of items or whatever, right? The DoorDash app knows to load that card with that subtotal amount based on what they ordered. And if at any time we have to do substitutions, and if that order is if it's more than the $30 and that DoorDash anticipated that they loaded, or if it's significantly less, we sometimes will get a decline for that reason, because the amounts don't match up accurately enough. So that could have been the issue that you had today, that the subtotal was too far apart from the expected total that they put on the card initially.
That's exactly what I was, wondering if that was the issue.
Yeah, that could definitely be it. And sometimes, I've had a couple times where I've had to call DoorDash, and they've asked me if they'll give you two options. Well, can you wait to see, let us try to put more money? Can you try it again? Or they have asked me before, will you pay for this out of your pocket, and then we'll reimburse you. So it just depends on the support agent I think you get. But I think, it's definitely going to be more of an issue we see with things not being in stock and us not being able to complete the order. It's definitely something that we're going to have to look out for, I think, in the near future. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to take up much of your time. I know that other callers want to get through. I just wanted to, I've tried a couple times in the last few Sundays, and I'm a new dasher, but I appreciate you, and, good luck to you with everything. And I enjoy seeing your little walk-arounds with baby Ruby, for sure.
Yeah, I'll have another one coming soon. Me and her, we walk about 3 or 4 days out of the week, and we did a walk today. I didn't film because I was just like, I'm not going to film. We're just going to enjoy the walk. But I definitely enjoy doing it. She likes it. And Tracy, I appreciate you supporting the channel, and good luck out there.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Ooh, everybody loves Ruby, man. She's something else. All right, we're going to take a short intermission. Hootie the Owl here. Don't forget to keep calling. We're not going to end yet. We're going to take a short 2-minute break. We are back. All right. So, is it still light? Yeah. All right, we're good. We will continue to take calls. Let's see who's in the chat before I look at the other phone here. All right. Let's see. I vibe from afar with this community. Keep betting on you. Betting on you all day. What up, Jason? How are you? Couple of laughter. You got your wrench. There you go. Tim, what up? Paul, what up? Jean-Paul. Dash and Grandpa still in the house. Got Family Way Video. I got one of those unicorn tips today. Nice. Kathy, what up? Lima, what about when a customer places an order through the app and then same customer call to the restaurant ordering additional items, paying with her credit card, and she wants you to deliver all items? Oh, yeah. Nah. Can't do that. I've had that a couple times. Nathan, what up? What up? Beer. I'm not drinking any beer tonight. I got something else in the cup, though. A little bit better. What we got? John Paul, I gave him ranch. All right, so I love gig work for the grind. It is a grind. I enjoy it, too, for that reason sometimes. Jill, what up? No, no problem. Knoxville, Tennessee in the house. Nathan. All right, so let's take this call from. Ooh, I like where this call's from. You are live with Pedro, Doordash, Santiago. Who do we have on the line this evening?
Hi, Pedro. It's me again, Colin, Charlie. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Sorry we got kind of disconnected the first time. How you doing, man?
Don't worry. It's good to talk to you. I'm kind of nervous because it's the first time, and I'm using the Doordash.
Don't be nervous, my friend. I got you. Are you from Chicago? That's where I was born.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
Beautiful. What would you like to talk about tonight?
I would like to talk about I always watch videos on YouTube about how to talk about DoorDash, the good things and the bad things, but nobody talks about customer support. Every time when you call customer support and they're there to support you, right, to give you some sort of advice, and when you call them and ask them for something, all I hear is like, don't worry, everything is going to be fine. It's going to be good. Everything's going to be fine. And I'm tired of that. And today I called because 2 days ago I get an order that I was late because I was waiting for the train. And I explained that to the support that I was going to be late. If she can help me to contact the customer. She's like, yeah, we'll contact the customer. So long short story, I get to the order delivered 15 minutes later. The lady was really upset. I called customer support and told me don't worry about it. After those days, I get a contract violation because of that. And the lady of customer support told me that it was not going to affect me. And later, we spoke with the client, with customer support, myself, and everything was clear. And this is the thing that I don't understand when every time you try to get support. I'm like, why do I call support when you don't guys help me? When all I hear is like, don't worry.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
That's not support. That's absurd. I even today I call again and I explain one of the customer support that I don't have nothing against them, that is not personal. This is the company. And I tell them, I cannot believe DoorDash has billions, not millions, but billions of dollars. They cannot fix or give you like a professional customer support. And someone here in America, they can understand this system here in America, because the phone that we call from is from America. We're not calling from Europe or from another part,
Yeah.
And that's the only issue I have for DoorDash. And to be honest with you, the app is a crap app. Today and last week I've been having a lot of glitches. Like when I click an order and I'm going towards the order, all of a sudden the screen on my phone just flashes and go back. And when I try to get it back, I cannot do it. I have to call customer support, and they think that we call them to check with them or to have a good time.
Yeah.
Some of them get mad. I'm like, look, I'm not calling you to talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm calling for help. I'm pretty busy for myself here to call you. So that's all I going to say.
No, I think you bring up. I understand, and I think support from me on a lot of these apps, but we'll just talk DoorDash. But I think it goes for a lot of them, right? A lot of companies, unfortunately, they outsource their support to other countries because it keeps their labor costs down. And it's them saving money, and these people on support, it's never personal. We don't, it's not their fault necessarily, because I think, or I know they're reading off a script. They're just reading. They always say same thing like you're saying. Oh, it's no problem. Everything's gonna be okay. Thank you for calling me. Thank you for driving for DoorDash. Everything's fine. I'm gonna help you. It's very scripted. They're telling us what we want to hear. They take hundreds or thousands of calls a day, and they're just like robots reading off a script, and they just want us to get off the phone so they can get to the next call so they can end their day. And it's very unfortunate because we're in the field trying to call support because we have an issue and we need support to help rectify the issue or bring something to their attention. But at the end of the day, I don't think they're empowered enough by DoorDash or whatever company they work for to actually help us. I think it's just reading off a script. Okay. And then Pedro says this. Okay, I have to do this, and I'll tell him this if he tells me this. And their hands are kind of tied, I think. I think there's very limited things they can do for us. And I think because of that, it makes us frustrated, Yeah,
definitely. But one thing that I told one of the customer support, the DoorDash company itself need to understand something. Like you said, you mentioned you work in the restaurant, right? I used to work in the restaurant. And one thing that they don't understand is that we are DoorDash.
Yes.
That we represent the company. First thing the customer see you in the door and see you, what it says. When he see your delivery, he says he see you as your DoorDash or your Uber.
Yes.
Or your GrabUp. And this is what DoorDash as a company don't get it. And they need to fix this right away because I get some of the customers, they curse at me and the name of DoorDash. And I say, you know what, my apologies. And I always try to get calm, but man, this is very, very hard from DoorDash. And they need to spend a little more money and a service or support from each individual market, like here in America or from different zones in America, like from state to state, you know. But that's my issue.
Yeah, no, I hear you. You bring up some fantastic points, and I think it's tough because, you know, these apps, you know, we're never going to get support that is what we need. Unfortunately, it's just not. I don't think it's going to happen. I would like to wish, I would hope, but it's just not because DoorDash is going to be cheap. They're going to save as much as they can on labor, whether it's them paying us low base pay, them using a very cheap labor force for support, them having a lot of glitchy apps and not putting money in technology. Because the reason they do that, I think, is they spend most of their money and their profits on marketing and advertising to grow the brand. But they don't spend enough time on the infrastructure and actual people. And it's kind of sad because, you know, you have to take care of the people that are making you money versus just taking care of all like the commercials and all the marketing. And, you know, their business model is kind of skewed to that. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is for it. It's definitely frustrating, though. I definitely understand that much.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, you know, we are too many of us, and they try to get rid of the people who know how to work.
Yeah.
these apps, so they can bring in new people. They can take the $2 right.
Absolutely.
And it's not. That's stupid, you know. Because if you don't take care of your people, they will not work with you.
Yeah.
And I know we're indispensable, but they don't realize this. There's other companies. They're gonna come up, or they're gonna grow up like a Uber or GrabUp, and DoorDash is gonna be like gone, and that's upsetting. That's upset.
Yeah, it is, and that's, you know, we have to be able to. If we can have this in our mind, though, and we know that that's what's going on, we got to figure out, all right, what's my exit plan? How long am I going to do this? What am I working towards? You know what I mean? So that we're not caught off guard, and we can always have a plan, have another app, you know, start your own business, maybe go back to W-2 job, whatever it is. We got to have something in our back pocket to be ready, because at any given moment, these apps could go away, they could go under, they can get rid of us, you know. So it's definitely something we have to be aware of.
Yeah, well, that was my issue, Pedro, and I'm really grateful to talk to you, and I always watch your videos, man, and thumbs up.
Mucho gracias, my friend. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay.
All right. Yeah, support, man. I haven't had a lot of issues with support. I don't call them a lot, but, you know, they read off the scripts. It's frustrating. It's you know, they're always like the caller said, oh, everything's fine. Everything's going to be okay. But they can't really guarantee that. They just can't. I mean, it's when you have support agents that aren't here and they're literally reading off a book. And when that call comes in, I think it's something that, you know, they know it's DoorDash, and the next call might be from Uber. I think these support agents are sitting in an office and they got a book, and there's numerous companies that they do support for. So for us, you know, we have to know that when we're calling them, so that we can better give them the information they need, or know that, hey, you know what, maybe I don't even need to call at all because I want to save myself the frustration and the agony and the time, you know. So something to be mindful of. Let's see what we got. Julie, what up? Let's see. It looks like you don't want 225 for 20 miles. We are going to pause your dash and let other dashers see. Don't you love when they pause? You get all the trash, and it looks like you don't want to work. We'll let other dashers. Okay, somebody else. I want somebody to take that. Take that plus $2. Take that. No, take this cafe mochi $2.25. No, you know what? No, take this $2 order here, $3. These are all orders that I decline, guys. These are my orders that I decline. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. These are ones that they sent me. These are actual orders from my neighborhood. And I know you guys can relate. Look at that. Plus $2. What's this say? How many miles? Oh, it's only 0.9 miles, though. But $2. Look at that. Look at that. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. We are just stepping stones. We are just stepping stones. We are for them. And that's why, Dash and Grandpa, I talk about us using them as a stepping stone so you can work towards something that you want to be doing. Whether it's a business, another side hustle, whatever it is for you. Retirement. You're doing this to get your retirement funds. We have to be willing to use these apps as a side hustle and how they're intended for, so that you could be better off later on or sooner. You reach your goals quicker by doing this and working, part-time, full-time on your days off. Like, let's use the apps to our advantage because we know they will take advantage of us. So we have to flip it and take advantage of the app. I believe that 100%. And some people might not. Some people might be like, you know what, you just got to be grateful for DoorDash. And I am grateful in some ways. But at the end of the day, I know this is a short-term thing. Okay? And I would challenge you guys to have a plan. Your plan might be 5-year plan. Boom, as long as you got a plan, right? Maybe it's 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, 3 years. Whatever it is for you, you got to have a plan. Like, don't just do this to be doing it. Do it for a reason and a purpose, and that'll allow for the times that are frustrating. If you're working towards something or you're doing it for a particular reason in mind and a particular goal, the frustrations can be diminished a little bit because you're working towards something else. You're not just being a top dasher general. Yes, Tony, I will take everything. Yes, Mr. Christopher Payne, I will take that $2 order going 20 miles. Yes, sir. Absolutely not. I will never be that guy. Don't be that dasher. Like, know your worth, be selective, work towards a goal, have a plan. These things are very important when we're doing these side hustles because we are kind of working for ourselves. We use the app to make money, but we don't have to take that ever. You don't ever have to take that. Okay? And if they pause you, just hit resume dash. Get back in the queue. So, all right. It's enough rant and a raven. Let's see who we got here. Josh, don't do the little ones. How do you screenshot your orders? Let's see who we got in here. So topics, if you guys want to call in, there's still some people vibing in here. It's 10:44, so we've been on for an hour and 44 minutes, or 42 minutes. So is DoorDash the best delivery app? Is topic number one. Or is it another app? What app do you like? Got a caller coming in. Topic two. If order gets canceled by the customer or the restaurant, should we get half pay or full pay? And is Halloween for adults or for kids? What do you think? Oh, let's take this call here. You are live with Pedro, DoorDash, Top Dasher Santiago. Who do we have online tonight?
Hi, Pedro. This is Belle.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? And happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you. What would you like to talk about tonight?
Well, the topics that you were asking.
Yes.
About. So, first, Halloween. I feel Halloween is for everyone. You know, I just think that it's all about how you feel about, Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that.
Kids looking at it as, okay, I guess a lot of candy, lots and lots of candy that I can eat. And adults look at it as a time to just be able to just have fun. You work hard constantly. You don't have to pull out the grill if you don't want to. You can have a party with your friends and just have a good time and dress up and be silly.
I think that's a fantastic way of looking at it.
Yeah, I think it's like for everyone,
Yeah.
And then what was the other topic?
So the other topic is DoorDash the best delivery app? If it's not, what delivery app do you like? And the second question was, if you get an order on DoorDash or Uber, Grubhub, and it says $20, and you get there, the store's closed, should you get that $20, or should you get half pay, or should you get no dollars? What do you think?
Well, in my market where I'm at, because I'm in one of the suburbs of Atlanta, DoorDash is the best for us over here because we're constantly getting orders like all the time. And yes, I do think we should get full pay if an order is canceled. I was also able to sign up for point pickup.
Okay.
But I have to drive like about 20 minutes to another city in order to be on a point pickup.
Yeah.
And so that's what they do. When that order is canceled, then you get the pay for delivering, and then once you mark it as failed and take it back to Walmart, then you get full pay again. So you're really getting double pay.
Interesting.
Plus,
That's point pickup, you said.
Yes, that's point pickup.
Okay.
And so far, at least over in the city where I go to, it's only Walmart's only.
Okay.
And so you will get paid for the failed delivery plus the return. So I feel like all the other apps should do the same for our time that we spend picking up, delivering, and then if it failed, just like what happened today, I had a order to pick up at Taco Bell, and it failed, and then she says, okay, well, just dispose of the food then. Really? Is that all I get? Just to dispose of the food after driving, all this time?
Yeah.
So, I do believe they should pay us full pay when an order is canceled, or failed.
Sure.
I think that would only be fair.
Yeah. Okay. So would you say that this point pickup, how long have you been doing that particular app? Is that an app, or is that like a subsidiary of another company?
It's a subsidiary of Walmart. That is actually one of their companies.
Got it. So that's what Walmart uses in your market versus using DoorDash or Uber.
No, they use DoorDash, Uber, as well as Spark.
Okay.
Which I know you've heard of.
Yeah.
And they also use point pickup.
Interesting.
And so so you can just go to your store and download the app which is point pickup, and then sign up. And it's fairly easy. You'll get on it really quick. Like I said, over in that market, I know it's just Walmart's. I'm not sure if it's just Walmart's everywhere, but you will get on it fairly quickly. It really didn't take any time. And so it's the same thing where you will have to have, driver's license, insurance, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
In order, you'll be able to get on it with no problem. And the other thing I do like about point pickup, you don't have to go in store. You just pull up, they put the items in your car, and you deliver it, and you're not going crazy miles, and you deliver it, and you get tips because I did 3 orders last week, and I made $56 just for those 3 orders.
Nice. That sounds like it's pretty good.
Oh, it's really good because I popped my trunk, and so she walked up to the car. She asked for the name, the customer, and my name, and she says, "Okay, here you go. That one little bag." That was it. So I was like, "Okay." And it happened 3 times. So the pay is really good on point pickup. It's so easy to do. And if an order failed, you don't have to call customer service and all that. You just go on the app, say it failed, and then they'll tell you to return it within the app, because then it gives you this little numbers, letter and then a number. Return, then you just pull back into any one of the little slots they have at Walmart, and you call them and say I have a return. They come back out, take it out, and then you just say you end it and you pay. It's
interesting.
really good.
I definitely heard of point pickup, but I don't know a lot about it, and I haven't heard a lot about it, and I don't know if it's in my market or not. I do like in the Walmart orders I've done. I've always preferred the ones where I just pull into the slot, tell them where I'm at, and they just put it in the car. Like, it's very easy. It seems like that actually is quicker, at least in my market, versus walking in and getting in the line or waiting them to shop for the order. So that's interesting. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
That's it. And also, I would say I was the one. If you see me in the chat for Family Way video.
Oh, that was you. Okay, I did see that. Yeah.
Right, and where I said I did get the unicorn tip today.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was because I did a Walmart order, but this was through the DoorDash, and it was like 13. No, it started off like $10 and some change to go like 7-something miles. And at first I was like, no, I'm not going to take that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you know what? Never mind. I'll go ahead because it was a $2.50 heat pay. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and take it. And so, you know, after I finished or whatever, then, you know, when we ended, then it was $30.
Wow. Yeah, I've had a couple hidden tips on some Walmarts as well. Nothing like that good. I've had a couple like $7 turn to 15, things like that. But DoorDash, I'll tell you what, they are the Houdinis of hiding tips. They hide them really well. They hide them on all kinds of things. Like it's they're definitely tricky that way.
Yeah, because I had huge tips all day because I started at 10 and I didn't finish until about maybe 6:15, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had huge tips all day that they hid from me, you know, where it come up like $5.50 and $6.50, and then when you know, after I ended delivery, then it was like $12.50 and $13.75. These is like huge tips all day today, and so I made about 260 something today. That's a great Sunday right there. That's a good any day. That's awesome. That's the first time. Thank you. Yeah, that's the first time ever since I've been, you know, dashing, and so yeah, today was a good day. You're the second person that called in and sounded like today was a good money day. Maybe it's, you know, a holiday season. People are festive and they're in a good mood and they're tipping well. And I'm glad to hear that stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, and I wish it could be like that every day. Oh, but, well, yeah. You know, don't we all? If every day, if we could all make $200 a day, I mean, you know, the world would be a better place. But unfortunately, like in our world, yeah, in our world, it'd be fantastic. I think for most of us, right? I mean, that's you know, really good money. But you know, we take the good with the bad, and you know, we do what we can and make the best out of what we can. So, Belle, I appreciate you calling in tonight. Thank you. You're welcome. Also, I wanted to say your daughter, she's adorable, and her name Ruby. Yeah, and Ruby. That was my mom's name. Ruby. Awesome. And everybody called her Miss Ruby because she was a Hellcat. Miss Ruby. Well, my baby girl Ruby is. I'll share a quick story with you before I let you go. She is. She's so strong. Like this little kid, this little baby, you know, born out of the COVID times. And you know, some of the things that her mom had to kind of deal with when she was pregnant, and like, you know, Ruby was born a few weeks early. She was in the NICU, and like she is a strong little baby, and she's definitely built different. You know, she has an old soul to her a little bit. Like she acts, you know, she's 3.5 months old, but like we can just tell like she's ready to like talk, and she's ready to do these things, and she's like pretty much crawling already. Like this baby, my little. She's an amazing baby, and we're extremely lucky. And I share that with you just because, you know, you brought her up, and it's she's unbelievable, and she's a tough cookie, man. That's for sure. Oh my gosh! And with her name Ruby,
Yeah.
that means she's a gem, and she's
Absolutely.
gonna go on and do some fabulous things. And like she's gonna make a difference in this world. That's gonna be great.
I hope so. She's a miracle baby in so many ways, and she's showing us every day that she's just strong. It's amazing to see her grow up. So thank you very much, Belle.
You're welcome, and have a great evening.
You do the same. Thank you. Yeah, Ruby, man. Hold on. Let me see. Where's she at? Here she is right here. That's Ruby for y'all that don't know. That's a younger Pedro, and that is my oldest daughter, Gabriella. She was 7 in that picture right there. So, all right, there we go. Put them in next to Mr. Hootie. Hootie hoo. Let's see what we got in the chat going on. We're going at almost, I guess, for about 2 hours. So we'll see how much longer we go. We got John in the house. We got Nathan, Tim, Pedro. What do you know about the large order program? Not Top Dasher, not the catering program. So the large order, is that the drive? Is what I'm, a lot of people are asking me about this, Tim, and I don't know if it's the drive program where you get, you have to meet certain criteria. I've talked about this a little bit, but I don't know a lot about it because I'm not in that myself. So, I don't know a lot about it. If somebody knows about it, put it in the chat, but Ruby in the sky with diamonds. Yeah. Absolutely. Sonia, you know. Space Human, Halloween was good to me today. It seems like Space Human, it seems like people made money today, man. I mean, I don't work on Sundays, but I'm not going to reconsider it. Sunday is my day off, but I'm glad you guys are making money, man. It's really, really nice. Betty, who's talking about Bentley in here? What's going on? I don't know. Let's see. Dash and Grandpa, know your worth and your market. Those are important. Knowing your market and knowing what apps to have, what merchants to take orders from is the single most important thing as Dashers or gig econ people we need to know. You need to know your market beyond anything. Because I can give you tips and tricks. Somebody else in the comments could say, try this, do that, do that. At the end of the day, you got to know your market. You got to make your market work for you. And that is how you're going to make money. Point blank, period. And every market, not every market's different. There are a lot of markets are going to be very similar, but there's going to be little nuances and little differences here and there. So know your market. Don't be afraid to take chances. You're going to make mistakes. Learn from them. If you're somebody that needs to write notes down because, maybe you don't remember everything, keep a little notepad. Put it in your notes in your iPhone or your Android. Write notes. Which merchants are slow, which are fast, which are good, what times of the day, what days are good for you. Where are the hidden tips in your market? Like things like that. Take notes mentally or actually down because that's going to be a big way you could remind yourself. Madison. Is Madison in here? Where's my picture? What am I, chopped liver? I got all my pictures on standby. Why is listen, let me put her up in front. Look at her. Look at her smile. Look at her. That's hilarious, man. What did Dash and Grandpa say? YouTube Grandpa, so that makes Ruby's YouTube Grandpa. What? Somebody said, tell him, Madison, y'all need family photo there. Hold up, we have one, but it's in the other room, so I can't have. I got too much going on in here to have all the pictures, so I think I got a good representation of my family dynamic. Okay, I think I'm doing all right. So I got the dogs over here too somewhere, but they're over. I can't reach them. So, anyways, we might cut this one short. Listen, happy holidays. I'll stay on here for a little bit more. I like to read the chat, see what's going on in the chat. Now that my girlfriend Madison is in here, you guys don't want me to share. Should I share her? Should I put in what her nickname is? Should I share that with you guys? I don't know. If you guys want, ask me some questions. Oh, dogs. Yeah, my dogs they're over there. I don't have enough room. I got them though. They're over there somewhere. I got all kinds of pictures around me. So, listen. Happy Halloween. I want to, ask some questions in the chat if you want. I'll answer a couple before we go. You better cut it short since you left that Madison out. Oh, Dash and Grandpa, you know all too well. Listen, if you guys aren't, 121 people in here. I want you to do me one thing right now. I gave Dash and Grandpa a shout out. I try to do different shout outs, 3 every week. And I gave him one maybe a couple months back. So I try not to be too repetitive, but I'll give him a verbal one. I want you to go check out the channel. If you don't know who Dashing Grandpa is, check out his channel, okay? Somebody can put it in a link if you want. You can put a channel link in the actual chat so we can find it easily. You can go to the people that I watch. He's one of my channels that I watch. You can go there, find him there, or you can just type in Dashing Grandpa. When I came across Dashing Grandpa's channel, it was probably right before my daughter was born. So we're talking, we'll say about 4 months ago, I knew of him. And I was like, who is this guy? Like, you know, with these videos, he's real calm and cool, and he's Dashing Grandpa, and he's in his car, and he's kind of witty, and he's just real zen-like with it. And I'm like, we need a grandpa in this community. We don't have a grandpa in this community. And I'm glad I found his channel. And when I need to pick me up, he's one of the people that I watch to kind of get a little inspiration, a little perspective maybe. Check out his channel. Let's get him. If you're not subscribed to him, this is what I say to everybody. Watch a couple videos. If you like it, hit the red sub button. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay? So let's show him a little bit of support tonight before we leave. Okay? Thank you, Dan. Yep, see, he put the link in himself. He knows what's up. Millions, man. Throw a few hundred is in there. What was I say? Weird. Shiba Inu coin now. Oh, everybody's talking about that. Yeah, so, yeah, I haven't gotten into that yet. I feel like it's too late. I don't know. I got into Dogecoin a few months back. That hit for me pretty good. Not great, but okay. I'm holding on it. But I'll wind up making money off that. But the Shibu, I'm not. I need to get into crypto. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's the future. I saw a commercial today talking about it. Like crypto is going to be something that when I am a grandpa and the kids, like my daughter and maybe her daughter, they will be talking about and using crypto. So I think it's something to look into. That's all I'll say. I'm not a financial advisor, but we have to understand this world is changing. Commerce is changing. Things that we value are changing. How we spend time and money is changing. And if history tells us anything, the way we buy things changes every few hundred years. So crypto could be the next thing. That's for sure. Oh, here's the girlfriend. Oh, Lord. What is she getting? Her favorite thing to eat. Chocolate granola. Oh, Lord. She won't say hi right now because, you know, she's being a little funny. But crypto, just do your homework. That's all I'll say about it. Dashing Grandpa all day long, my friend. I am a heavy cannabis stock investor. Yeah, cannabis is going to be legal everywhere very soon. Oh, you in trouble? Now I'm not in trouble. Lex Furman did 2 great podcasts with Vitaly, co-founder of Ether. Okay, good to know. I think I need to do more of a deep dive into it. Because if you have any disposable income, investing is obviously the way to go. If you have, I will say this: I'm not a financial advisor, but I can say this and advise based off personal experience. If you have your money just sitting in a banking account and it's not working for you, so if you got money in a checking account and it's not money that you use on a day-to-day basis, that's bad. You need to have it in an investment, a savings earning interest, have it in crypto, have it in something earning you money while you sleep. If you have a decent amount of money or money that you don't ever use and it's sitting in a checking, you're just making the banks richer. Have your money work for you. I've learned that in the last couple of years. Yeah, I'll say that. But I gotta do a deep dive into the crypto world because I feel like I might be missing out a little bit because all I got is some Dogecoins. That's it. So yes, subscribe. Hey, so let me read this last comment. He did a few with Bitcoin folks and economists too. Investing in crypto is almost like playing with penny stocks to start learning the market. You have to start learning. That's a good point. It's a good point. Because, it's always about putting in what you're willing to maybe lose. But, it's a fun way to learn about the market, learn about gains, when to sell, when to hold, things like that on a smaller level. And then that can get you ready for the bigger things in life. Maybe when you have more disposable income or whatever that means to you. But make your money work for you. That's a big thing. And there are a lot of people making a lot of money with crypto right now. So there's something to be said for it. And I think that's fair to say. So I see the line here. Listen, dude. One day one day she's going to write a book. We've talked about this. I might as well. Our story is extremely unique. How we met, when we met, what we've been through. I can say that with a lot of it's an extremely 1% story. Like it's quite amazing. It's like a movie. I know that sounds crazy to say, but one day maybe you guys will get a peek behind the curtain on as to what that means to us. It's an unbelievable story. So when I do see her, I do kind of smile because like only her and I know what we've been through and what we've had to go through to get to where we're at now, and to make it a possibility that Ruby's even with us. Like it's unbelievable. I'll say that. So another time, another day. But listen, you guys are fantastic. Bet on you, Seckles, one day at a time. Appreciate all the love and support tonight. Happy Halloween. If you're still out there driving, please drive safe. The trick-or-treaters should be out, but there are a lot of people that celebrate Halloween in other ways, where that means drinking and driving or doing whatever, partying. Be safe in your travels. Be safe. Arrive alive, please. Okay? Don't be speeding. Don't be doing anything crazy tonight. I'll see you guys on the next one. This was fun tonight. Appreciate the love and support. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. I appreciate that more than you know. We work hard at this. I work hard for you guys. I work hard for myself. Hitting the thumbs up means a lot to me. So you guys are fantastic. I'll see you guys next Sunday.